Hey, what's going on, everyone out there? It's your boy Junis. Yes, your boy Junis. You're now tuned into the Star in You. Thank you for being here with me at the moment. I really appreciate it. Really do. Please subscribe, like the page, and share with others. Hope all y'all are blessed out there and doing your best out there. Today we're gonna be talking about your boy DJ Khaled. Yes, your boy DJ Khaled. But before we begin, I gotta say one thing, I can't front. When I first saw DJ Khaled come on the scene, I don't know, man, I thought he was like culture vulture or something, and I was like kind of iffy about him. You know, seeing him on stage, but then, you know, he's being kind of philosophical, showing these words of wisdom, you know, spreading it out there, his experiences. So at first, I thought it was ingenuine, but, you know, after a while, it grew on me, and I was like, you know what? Maybe there is something to him that's very genuine, because it's very consistent, and it's all the time, you know, it's not, you feel it after a while. For some reason, I thought he was another sign, but he isn't actually. He's actually a Sagittarius. So now we're gonna get into DJ Khaled and his birthday. DJ Khaled, he was born November 26, 1975. He's a Sagittarius and he's a fire sign. Fire signs are compatible with Aries and Leos. Being that he's a Sagittarius, he's ruled by the planet Jupiter. Jupiter is the planet of expansion. It's also known as the king of all planets, which is kind of funny because Sagittarius can't front. They're known for being very clumsy. Sometimes they trip a lot. And that's sometimes because you gotta remember, Sagittarius, when they always walk upbeat, and they always walk looking up to the sky. Because Sagittarius are known for being very ambitious. They're go-getters, they're hustlers, you know, high achievers in an orthodox way. You know, they're not the type to always go after it by getting a degree. You know, they're ones that'll be on the streets, they'll do the 9 to 5, they'll do it all. That's the kind of sign they are. The jack of all trades, master of none. So, you know, that's the negative aspect. You know, Sagittarius are known for being flip-floppers. So if DJ Khaled, actually, pardon that, there's a twist. With DJ Khaled, that won't really be the case. Because remember, he's born in November, not December. So because of this, he possesses these Scorpio characteristics. He'll be a little bit more consistent, more focused. Because remember, Scorpios, they're fixed signs. So they're more consistent, they're more determined, they're more in-depth. Unlike Sagittarius, who can be inconsistent, although they're very ambitious. You know what I'm saying? This because, remember, Sagittarius, you know, they get bored very easily. You know, if they're not passionate about something. And because of this, boom, they become flip-floppers, so they go from one thing to another. But him being a Scorpio, him having those Scorpio characteristics within him, he's gonna be more consistent, more determined, follow through, and get the job done, like I always said. But don't get it twisted, remember, he's born the 26 also. And remember, he has a 6 quality within that 26. And remember that 6 nature, it's about confusion and inconsistency. So still, there are times, definitely where he shows those qualities as well. But we're gonna talk about that a little later. We're gonna get back to him being a Sagittarius. And him being one, remember, with those Scorpio characteristics, one thing that you're gonna see that's gonna be obvious with him physically, like I always said, the Scorpio is the eyes. And you see with Khaled, his eyes are very direct, very pierced, very fixed. Like a Scorpio, you know what I mean? When he's talking to the audience, when he's on stage, when he's presenting. And also he mixes this with that Sagittarius energy, being that he is a Sagittarius, he's very philosophical. So, you know, he's very positive, very upbeat. He's motivational, uplifting. So, you know, when he's in that crowd, and plus, because he has those Scorpio characteristics, his word will be his bond, you know what I mean? Because Scorpios are fixed signs, so when they say something, they mean it. And they're gonna be very careful what they say, especially in the public. But however, you know, the negative aspect of Scorpio energy that he has within him, they can be very secretive and they can have an alternative motive within themselves. So it's definitely something that has to be watched because of that Sag nature, right? Being very ambitious. So, because of this, you know, he may step on some toes and may cross people over just to get to the top. Because of that Scorpio aspect within him on the negative frequency, if he doesn't keep himself upbeat and uplifted. And you know, there are like rumors, allegation between him and Ace Hood. When they were on the come up, you know, they were both blown up together, but then out of nowhere, DJ Khaled was on top shining, and Ace Hood was kind of seemed like he was left behind in some ways, in fashion. Even though he's doing pretty well with his music career still, but you know what I mean? Like, it seems like DJ Khaled is more on the forefront instead of Ace Hood, and he's the rapper. So if this was to be the case, you can kind of see why, due to his numbers and the frequency of his birthday. And also, they're gonna lack compatibility because they're not compatible in signs. You know what I'm saying? Ace Hood, he's an earth sign, he's a Taurus. And DJ Khaled, like we say, he's a fire sign. Fire and earth aren't compatible. Although DJ Khaled has these water frequencies because of that Scorpio energy. But there's the thing, Scorpios and Taurus, in the long run, they tend to bump heads and clash very strongly for some reason on an esoteric level. And for example, you can see this with Meek Mill and Drake. Drake being a Scorpio and Meek Mill being a Taurus. Also Drake and Chris Brown. Chris Brown's a Taurus. And not recently, not so long ago, remember we just heard something about Meek Mill and French Montana. And French Montana's a Scorpio. So you see, for some reason, esoterically, there's always like this bump and this clash, whatever. So again, you see this with DJ Khaled and they said this happened. There's like this love and hate relationship between the two signs. But also, DJ Khaled being a fire sign, he's compatible with air signs, which are Geminis, Libras, and Aquarius. Speaking about Aquarius, one thing that's really interesting, you know, Khaled being a Sagittarius, one person that he's really close with, that's an Aquarius, is Rick Ross, the boss. You know, you see that they're really close, they have a tight bond together. And one thing in particular I've seen that I noticed is that Rick Ross, he's born in January and not in February, so he's ruled with that Capricorn energy. And you know, Capricorn and Scorpios, they get along very well as well. So you see with Khaled having that Scorpio energy, so those two frequencies combining and the fire and air combining together, you see why they're very tight and they're very cool together. So Rick Ross being an air sign and Khaled being fire is always gonna be that compliment, because remember, fire always needs that air to breathe. Without it, it'll just suffocate and die out. There's so much more I could talk about Khaled and him being a Sagittarius, but you know, we gotta save all that juicy stuff for all the other artists that are Sagittarius out there, right? So now we're gonna get to Khaled's birthday. He was born on the 26th of November. We're gonna break down the 26th. Perfect. So the number 2 in numerology is ruled by Cancer. It's a water number. And being that Khaled has his number 2 within that birthday, it shows that he can be very sensitive, very emotional, like a Cancer, because Cancers are very emotional. Also, the number 2, it's an agreeable number. It's a feminine number. Unlike the 1, the 1's a masculine number, the leader type of number. So the number 2 is a compliment for the 1. So pretty much what I mean by that, with the number 2, it's a number of companionship. It's a number that knows how to get along with others. It has this harmonious thing about it. So this is why you can see with Khaled, right? Like he has all these different songs of his albums where he gets artists from like all different sets and genres and puts them all together pretty much and makes great music together. Like artists that you probably wouldn't see together working on the same track, he figures it out and mixes it together because he has like a 2 vibration and he knows how everything will work. And also the number 2, it has a musical ear also, so it knows what's good, it knows what's flavorful, it has a good ear for the sound and the tunes when it comes to the vibration of music, which you can definitely see with Khaled and how he puts his songs together, everything together to make the final product. And with this number 2, it actually complements the 6 within that 26, because the number 6 is ruled by Taurus, which is the sign of love. And being that he has a 2 frequency, and that 2 frequency is about unionship, the companion, right? So we combine the companion with the love, it makes a great dynamic together. And you see how these 2 numbers play a role in DJ Khaled's life. You see that he's very loving, you know what I mean? When he's on interviews and he tries to express himself, he's very sincere, and when he talks to you, he's very direct at the same time with that Scorpio energy, right? And also he could be philosophical like a Sagittarius. And also, to look at it a little deeper, remember, the 2 is ruled by Cancer, and the 6 is ruled by Taurus. Water and Earth. Water and Earth complement each other very well. Not to mention, remember, DJ Khaled, he's born in November and not December, so he has some of that water energy there too. So with those 2 numbers and that water energy from his month, you know, so he'll be very clear-headed, very focused and in balance with himself because everything complements him. But, you know the deal, that 26 definitely gets broken down furthermore. So we're gonna add that 2 and the 6, which is 8. The number 8 in numerology is ruled by Capricorn. So the number 8 is an earth number, because Capricorn is an earth sign. So with him being a number 8, that means he could be practical, very practical, right? Just like an earth sign, very consistent. People that are 8s, they're high achievers. Also, they're very business-minded. They're business savvy mentally. So they know exactly how things work, how to make money, where to do it, how to do it, all the time. Most people born the 8th are really good at running businesses, you know what I mean? They could be CEOs, CFOs, all them acronyms out there, whatever. Anything that has to do with money and making it on the top, that's what they're good at. And because it's 8th frequency being ruled by Capricorn, remember, Capricorn is one of the oldest planets out of the zodiacs, so it's very mature. So people that are born on the 8th or have this 8th frequency like Khaled, they could be very mature in many ways. Maybe with Khaled, it's not always quick to see that maturity because he's a Sagittarius. And remember, Sagittarius are very playful. But when it comes to handling his business, even Sagittarius, they handle their business too. But overall, when it comes to him handling his business in particular, because he's an 8, he's going to take it very seriously. You know, it's always going to be about money. And because he's an 8 with that Capricorn nature and also that 6 with the Taurus nature, he could be very materialistic because earth signs are materialistic, which you could definitely see with, with him. He's always rocking jewelry, always has some nice outfits on. You catch him in pictures in the Wraith, so he's going to exude that a lot, which is good because the kind of industry he's in, it's a very flashy industry. So he's going to fit the role very well and naturally. Between the 2 being ruled by Cancer, the 6 being ruled by Taurus, and the 8 being ruled by Capricorn, all 3 of these signs I just mentioned are very family-oriented. And you can definitely see the DJ Khaled in a shot, his son. He's very happy to have him. He shows him off everywhere he goes. All the celebrities know him, you know what I mean? So, yeah, it is what it is. He's like the hip-hop baby, I guess. Thank you guys for tuning in to The Star in You. I really appreciate it. Hope you guys enjoyed the content and stay tuned for more. Remember to subscribe, like the page, and share with others. And always remember, let your inner light shine.